Rare coin collecting. Discover real value and history in every coin.
Before you scroll past another ordinary coin in your drawer, let me tell you something that might change how you look at your spare change forever. These 5 coins, a couple of modern quarters, a wartime nickel, and 2 simple wheat pennies, don't look rare at all. Yet the right versions of these exact dates have already sold for thousands, 5-figure prices, and even more when the condition is perfect or a tiny minting flaw is present. And here's the twist. Every single one of these coins was produced in years when the U.S. Mint struggled with worn dies, metal shortages, and inconsistent quality, meaning that the rare, high-grade survivors are hiding quietly in random collections, old jars, and pocket change today. So stay with me till the end, because one of these common-looking coins could be the kind of discovery that turns a few cents into a life-changing treasure. And you might already have it without knowing. Next up, a 1953 S. Lincoln wheat penny might look like an everyday copper coin from the 1950s, but the truth is far more interesting. Even though millions were minted in San Francisco, the number of fully original, sharply struck, high-grade survivors is tiny, and that's exactly why this coin has shocked collectors with auction results climbing into $8,500, $12,000, and even higher when the grade is exceptional. Most people never imagine a 1950s penny could enter 5-figure territory, yet the 1953S proves that even a simple wheat penny can become a prize when the right conditions come together. The early 1950s were a challenging time for the U.S. economy. The country was still recovering from World War II. The Korean War had just ended, and inflation was causing families to stretch every dollar. People didn't save new coins. They spent everything they had. Banks didn't store mint rolls, and collectors at the time ignored modern coins, thinking they were too new to matter. Because of that, almost all 1953 S pennies went straight into circulation, where they picked up scratches, discoloration, wear, and surface damage. This is why high-grade examples, especially MS-66 and MS-67 coins with blazing red luster, are extremely rare today. The coin is made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the classic wheat penny alloy that gives older cents their rich color. But copper has a downside. It tones quickly, darkens, spots, and collects marks easily. That means even a small bit of handling destroys the chance of achieving a top grade. Copper is unforgiving, and that's what makes this coin so valuable in mint state. A coin with full original red color, RD, is worth far more than one that has turned brown, BN. Condition is the most powerful factor for this year. As time goes on, 1953 S pennies are vanishing. People toss them into jars and forget them for decades. Some corrode in basements or attics, others get damaged in circulation, and thousands end up in machines that scratch or bend them. Many are cleaned by beginners who think they're improving the coin. But cleaning permanently destroys collector value. Natural aging is fine, but cleaned surfaces kill the grade. And every year, more coins are lost forever due to simple mishandling. Grading is what truly separates pocket change from treasure. A circulated 1953 S penny may be worth only a small amount, but an MS-65 RD jumps into the hundreds. An MS-66 RD easily reaches into the thousands. And the highest-end MS-67 RD pieces, with flawless luster, glowing surfaces, and nearly perfect edges, are the ones that auction for $10,000 plus. Those are the coins collectors dream about, and those are the ones that prove a simple wheat penny can hold serious value. Even minor errors on this coin, like die cracks, off-center strikes, or repunched Mintmarks, RPMs, can add value. The 1953S is known for several interesting RPM varieties that, when paired with a high grade, can produce impressive premium results. It's always worth examining this coin under good lighting. So if you find a 1953 S. Lincoln Wheat penny, whether it looks bright, toned, or even a little worn, don't dismiss it. Look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and especially original red color. You might be holding a piece that collectors desperately want but almost never find in top condition. And if coins like this spark your curiosity, just wait until you see what's coming next. Some of the upcoming coins hide even bigger surprises, the kind many collectors overlook until it's too late. Keep watching. The next discovery might be sitting in your home already. The 1951 S. Lincoln Wheat penny might look like just another copper cent from the early 1950s, but this little coin has a surprising story, and even more surprising value when it appears in top condition. Although millions were minted in San Francisco, the number of true high-grade survivors is incredibly small, which is exactly why certain premium examples of this coin have already reached $6,500, $9,800, and even over $12,500 at major auctions. It's always the coins that seem the most ordinary that end up shocking collectors the most. To understand its rarity, you have to look at the time it was made. The United States in 1951 was still recovering from the effects of World War II and adjusting to the early stages of the Cold War and Korean War. The economy was changing, industries were shifting, and people were using every bit of money they earned. Saving brand new pennies simply wasn't something the average person thought about. And coin collectors in that era paid almost no attention to freshly struck coins. That means nearly every 1951 S penny went straight into circulation, where it immediately began picking up wear, scratches, and discoloration. This coin is made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the classic wheat penny composition that collectors love. But copper is a tricky metal. It spots easily, tones unpredictably, and shows marks the moment someone handles it. Because of that, finding a 1951 S penny with blazing original red luster is incredibly rare. Most surviving pieces have turned brown or developed surface issues, which drop the value dramatically. The few untouched, perfectly preserved coins, the ones with glowing red surfaces, are the coins that enter the five-figure range. Over the decades, these pennies have only become harder to find. Many have been tossed into jars, forgotten in toolboxes, stored in damp places where they corrode, or damaged by machines. Thousands have been harshly cleaned, which destroys their collectible value permanently. Every year, more and more of the original population disappears or becomes too damaged to grade. That slow loss is what turns a once common coin into a valuable collectible. Grading is everything for the 1951 S. A circulated coin may only be worth a small premium, but an uncirculated MS-65 red can enter the hundreds. Move up to MS-66 red, and you're easily in the thousands. And the extremely rare MS-67 red coins, the ones with flawless details, bright luster, and nearly perfect copper surfaces, are the coins that have shocked collectors by selling for $10,000 plus. It's not the date alone that makes them valuable. It's the condition preserved through 7 decades of handling. There are also interesting varieties known for this year, especially repunched Mintmarks, RPMs, on the S. These small Mintmark anomalies can boost value when combined with a strong grade. Even minor die cracks or off-center strikes can add premiums, especially when the base coin is already in exceptional shape. So if you find a 1951 S penny, whether in a collection, inherited jar, or old roll, don't overlook it. Check the luster, check the color, check for RPMS, and especially look at the fields for marks. A penny that looks simple at first glance might actually be something extraordinary hiding in plain sight. And if coins like this catch your attention, keep watching closely, because the next ones we're exploring have even bigger surprises hiding behind their dates. Some of them might be sitting in your home right now, waiting for someone who knows what to look for. Next up, The 1944 S. Jefferson nickel might look worn, dark, or dirty when you first pick it up. But don't let that fool you. Coins from the World War II era often survive in rough condition because they circulated heavily. Yet even a dirty 1944 S nickel can be worth more than people expect, especially because this isn't a normal nickel. It's one of the famous silver war nickels, made during a time when America was desperately saving nickel metal for military machines and armor plates. That change alone is what helped make this coin far more collectible today, with high-grade examples reaching $5,000, $8,000, even over $12,000 at major auctions. In 1944, the United States was deep in World War II, and the mint faced metal shortages across the board. To solve this, they replaced the normal nickel alloy with a special wartime mix: 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. This silver content means the 1944S still holds intrinsic value no matter what, but it also means the coin looks different from regular nickels. They often tone, darken, or get dirty more easily. So finding one in dirty condition is completely normal. What collectors really want to know is whether the dirt is only on the surface, or if the underlying details are still sharp enough to qualify for a higher grade. The survival issue is real. Many wartime nickels spent decades in circulation. They were used in shops, carried in pockets, tossed in change jars, and exposed to moisture, all of which left scratches, discoloration, and buildup. That's why the number of clean, well-preserved, fully lustrous 1944S examples is extremely small today. And every time someone mishandles, cleans, scratches, or loses one, the number shrinks even further. Natural attrition is slowly transforming this once common wartime coin into a semi-scarce collectible. Collectors love this issue partly because wartime nickels carry a huge historical weight. They were minted during global conflict at a time when U.S. factories were running non-stop and people were rationing basic materials. The 1944S was produced in San Francisco, a mint that had strong wartime responsibilities. And although the mintage was high, the survival of top-quality coins is extremely low. That's what drives the big auction results. Coins graded MS-66 and MS-67, with frosty silver surfaces and clean fields, can easily reach thousands, with the rarest high-end examples moving into the five-figure range. But what about your dirty one? Here's the truth: surface dirt doesn't automatically ruin value. What matters is the metal underneath. If the coin has no harsh scratches, no deep gouges, and still shows clean edges and strong steps on Monticello, it might still grade well once properly conserved. And that's where the value lies. A coin with natural dirt can be valuable. A coin that someone aggressively cleaned usually loses most of its value. So never rub, scrub, or wash it. Let experts decide. If you want to understand pricing, think in terms of condition. A circulated and dirty 1944S might be worth a few dollars. A lightly circulated piece can hit $20 to $50. A sharp AU or uncirculated coin jumps into the hundreds. And once you reach MS-66 or MS-67 with brilliant silver luster, you enter the thousands. And that's without even touching the rare air varieties that can push the value much higher. So don't overlook your wartime nickel just because it looks old or dirty. These coins are part of American history, made with real silver, and they're getting rarer every year. And if you enjoy uncovering coins that look ordinary on the outside but hide real value underneath, just wait. The next ones coming up might surprise you even more. Some of them could be sitting in your home already, waiting to be discovered, if you know what to look for. Most people look at an ordinary 1983 Washington quarter and think it's just pocket change. But what they don't realize is that this year, especially the 1983P and 1983D issues, contain some of the most surprising modern rarities hiding in plain sight. Even the regular 1983 quarter, if found in extremely high mint state with strong luster and minimal contact marks, can jump from 25 cents to $5,000, $8,000, and even past $12,000. A few pristine examples have even entered the five-figure auction zone because of one reason. 1983 was the year when almost nobody saved brand new quarters. The early 1980s were difficult for the U.S. economy. Inflation was high, unemployment was rising, and people were more focused on daily survival than coin collecting. Banks and the mint pushed huge volumes of coins into circulation, and nearly every 1983 quarter went straight into everyday use. This is why truly uncirculated examples are extremely rare today. Not because the mintage was low, but because the survival rate of high-grade pieces is shockingly tiny. To make matters more interesting, 1983 was also a year filled with heavy die wear, weak strikes, and quality inconsistencies. The mint reused dies longer than usual to cut costs, which means many coins came out with blurry details, flat hair curls on Washington's portrait, or dull feathers on the eagle. That's exactly why collectors chase the sharp, crisp, perfectly struck coins, because almost none survived untouched, and when even minor imperfections eliminate a coin from top grade, the few flawless survivors instantly become five-figure treasures. Over time, these coins have only become rarer. People spent them, dropped them on concrete, kept them in coin jars where they banged into other coins, or ran them through machines that scratched their surfaces. Some were washed, cleaned, or damaged, all of which destroys collectible value. Others ended up in metal recycling where coins are melted along with scrap. Every year, more 1983 quarters disappear permanently, leaving only a tiny fraction in high mint state. The coin itself is made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, a durable metal combination designed for heavy circulation. But durability doesn't mean perfection. Copper-nickel is actually very prone to scratches and dulling. That's why the condition is everything. A high-grade MS-65 can sell for hundreds, MS-66 jumps into the thousands, and MS-67 or better is where the $10,000-plus magic happens. So, if you come across a 1983 quarter, stop and look closely. Check for strong detail, smooth fields, booming luster, and any kind of error. Because even though this coin is everywhere, the valuable versions are almost nowhere. And your everyday pocket change might be hiding one worth thousands. And if coins like this fascinate you, the next ones we're uncovering have even more surprising hidden value. Some might even change how you look at every coin that passes through your hands. So make sure you stick around for the next discoveries coming up daily.